Welcome back to Michelob Ultra Arena. You know what, folks? I've been saying this for years. Las Vegas is the sports and entertainment capital of the world. And part of being the entertainment capital of the world means that the sports director gets a chance to interview rappers, singers, movie stars, all that good stuff. This week, I caught up with legendary R&B man, Jon B, as he's coming to Las Vegas to celebrate 30 years of making banging tunes like They Don't Know. Yeah, he's performing August 17th at Drais. The interview was a good time. Check it out. All right, folks. Well, this man has multiple songs that are soundtracks to many of our lives. He's been swooning ladies and inspiring men since the mid-'90s, and it started with a collaboration with Babyface, but this man did not stop there. His biggest single to date, They Don't Know, is still a banger. And his collab with Tupac, Are You Still Down, still rings in the club. And by looking at him now, he should really be singing about the Fountain of Youth because he looks like exactly the same as he did in the late 90s and the 2000s. And if you'd like to see this man in person, he's performing at Drais live August 17th during Grown Folks Hours, starting at 9 p.m. Folks, welcome Jon B. He's my man now. What's going on, Jon?
Ryan, how are you, bro? Thanks so much for having me, man.
Man, I'm doing well. You're coming to Las Vegas, man. You're playing at Drais. It's an A&E promoted event, but it's kicking off early Grown Folks Hours for Drais people, because usually they start at like 2 a.m. What have you heard about the venue out there?
The rooftop joint is that sounds like a good look, man. I'm not mad at all. I'm gonna be enjoying those lights from up there, that view, and and just out in the air, at nighttime. It's not a bad look at all. So I'm hearing it's gonna be a night you don't want to miss. So definitely, if you don't already have tickets, go check them out right now. Go get them.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. I mean, that's the kind of vibe that you bring. Just talking to you, man, you got like the smooth vibe right there.
Respect, brother.
I mentioned this earlier. They Don't Know. First, how many men have thanked you for helping them out with such a great slow jam?
Well, it happens a lot, I will say, especially with that particular record. But I just love the fact that, so many people related to me, because I penned that, myself. And,
wow.
It's a trip when you finally get one that sinks in deep with folks and lasts the test of time, and just, people sample it all the time still to this day. It's just it's a blessing from the universe, man. Blessing from God, definitely, to have. Even if you got one of them joints, and I've been, blessed to have several. So yeah, but They Don't Know. I feel like if I didn't do that at the show, the people would probably feel away.
Oh, absolutely. Folks would be upset. They would be, absolutely. I'd be hot because I'm bringing someone.
Well, I make sure to play that every single one of my shows, and I've had shows where I do it twice because they're like, I want to hear it again. So it's all right.
I like that. This is off my script and what I'm asking you, but I wonder about this. When you're singing your songs, I think about how, like, say, Ralph Tresvant, who's got like the great falsetto, or even Robin Thicke. When you're singing a song that was written so long ago, that performed so long ago, is your voice still the same? Like, like some guys.
Well, it's not the same because I've grown. It's been 30 years. Yeah. So my voice has gotten a little broader, you know what I mean? With age, your voice is broader. But what's beautiful about being a singer is that I've always been there, and hopefully I'm singing that up to people's expectations. But I feel like I've only gotten stronger with age and with time. It's really made me stronger as a vocalist.
Okay, I got you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
Not at all.
Just to let you know, like, just during the middle of that answer, we had some kind of crazy connection. It sounded like Roger. You only had like a little auto-tune going through for the whole thing. It sounded like more bounce to the ounce for a second. But I hate to even ask you to repeat that. But I could barely understand what you were saying. But as far as like with your voice, like, do you drink a lot of tea? I heard you.
I don't use auto-tune. With that being said, that wasn't like auto-tune kicking in right there.
It's a new joint by Jon B.
Oh, okay, and I go in that. I want to tell you something right now. No, I think it's a beautiful thing to age, and I've welcomed, these, as I'm getting on 50 this year, I'm gonna go ahead and like put that out there because that's a milestone for me.
You look great,
and it's one of those things where your voice is going to change over time, and the volume of gigs you do, you're going to get tired. So for people to expect you to just be clear, clear, clear all the time, that's a little bit, unrealistic.
No, I got you. I got you.
So yeah, but I'm saying I'm holding up pretty nicely with all the touring I've been doing. So get ready for me to sing my heart out for you. That's what you need to know, though.
You know what, man? As a wise man once told me, man, good black don't crack and beige don't age. So you're getting on 50, man. Like I said in the intro, man, real talk, you look the same as you did back when you were, except maybe the beard's got a bit
bless
bigger.
you. You're too kind. You're being too kind to me right now. But you know what? I'll take them flowers.
Absolutely.
I will take them flowers, okay? And I appreciate it. You look great, my friend. You look great.
I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So how about this? Are there any cities or venues that you really love, enjoyed to play, like for a particular reason? Maybe they give you great energy, minus being at home in Southern California.
Well, I will say, every time I play up north, in Northern California, there's a certain just dynamic that, I was just in Sacramento, and I don't always play in Sacramento. I used to, a while back in like the late 90s and early 2000s, I was always in Sacramento. But we took a break from Sacramento for whatever reason. It hadn't been on the touring schedule for quite some time. And so recently we just did a show there in a club, I guess it was like a theater club, but basically they hadn't sold this spot out in years. I mean, they had everybody come through there and nobody could sell it out. But recently I just did a show out there and they sold it out. And the venue was so happy because they were like, how'd you do that? You broke the record, man. We had such go. You couldn't even sell it out, but you sold that joint out, man. So congratulations. And I felt so great, And so that's like something recently that happened that was a surprise for me. So that's why I'll big that up, as far as big up Sacramento. Thank you for showing me love. And I mean, of course, I got to big up Vegas. Come on, man. Vegas is where the fun is, and where the people just are already in the mood to be entertained and just,
Absolutely.
So I've had my experiences with Vegas though. I have, sad things that have happened, cancellations and I remember we had the festival out there that was big giant festival, like every single artist that was supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest letdown recently was last year we had that.
Oh, I remember.
Where we were all slotted to perform.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson was on the bill. It was heavyweight. And it got canceled due to winds.
Yes.
I know I flew my whole band, everybody, we're all out there and it was clear as it wasn't no wind. It was a little breeze outside. I was mad. I was hot.
Something conspiring against you, man.
Oh man, let me tell you. Well, I don't know, man. Well, my thing was, we love Vegas. We're not going to disappoint you this time. I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? That Drais. So it's on.
There we go. The 17th is going to be happening. Now you've had some of the biggest collaborations with heavyweights in the game. I mentioned Babyface with Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, Donnell Jones. With that said, how cool is it that you're from an era where you actually were in studio with a lot of those cats?
Yeah, I mean that's the era that I'm from. Is let's get in the lab together. You know what I mean? Collaborate and let's exchange ideas and have a chemistry together so we can inspire each other.
No, I like that. I definitely like that. Do you remember the first time that you were a fan of somebody that you met and they were actually a fan of yours?
You know what's wild was Tupac Shakur, meeting Tupac. I had no idea that he knew my music. I knew that my friend introduced us and actually called me on the phone. He put Tupac on the phone. He was at the video shoot for How Do You Want It? And Pac goes, what's up, man? Jon B, come down to my video shoot. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm on my way, So, but I had no idea that he knew my music. It wasn't until we worked in the studio 2 weeks later, where I came to the studio and I saw my CD sitting there riding shotgun in the front seat, and it was my first CD, Bonafide, of course. And I thought to myself, man, he took the time to listen to my stuff. Maybe he knows my music. When I came in, he was just like, man, I'm a fan as well. It was just a mutual respect, right from the jump. And being that I saw my CD in the car, that wasn't a bad thing at all.
That is really dope. That's really dope. I wonder, do you feel like a trailblazer? I mean, you're literally one of the first beige, I guess we can say, artist.
Yeah.
Besides
Well,
Bobby
thanks for that.
Caldwell. Besides Bobby Caldwell.
But
I
Bobby
guess,
Caldwell is the originator. You know what I mean? He's the OG. Rest in power to my man and Tina Marie as well on the female end. You know, where you're your brother and your sister from other mothers and other misters. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's a beautiful thing the way that soul music has translated race, translated, you know, religion, translated geographic location, translated economic background, how much money you got in the bank. You know what I mean? It's literally none of those things matter with soul music because it speaks to the soul. You know, and that's what I'm still so proud to be a soul singer, you know. To this day I sing my heart out for every crowd I get in front of. So it's a chance for us to reconnect and celebrate the music. You know, I don't really look at it as me like being some type of entertainer up there. These are my songs I crafted from nothing, you know. And well, at least from the inspiration that soul music gave me is what I can say it was inspired by. So yeah, I'm pulling from a different place. Some people want to be famous. I just want to make you feel good. Real talk, man. So, you know, we're gonna keep the relationship going with this new album. Waiting on You is available now, and it's my 10th album. We got Rick Ross on there. You know, Rick Ross actually shouted out Drais on the song we did together. And
I've seen him there.
Yeah, so Rick Ross will be up there, you know what I mean? So he shouted them out on the record, which I'm gonna play that night, man. Rooftop. We're gonna definitely play that joint.
That's what I'm talking about. Your 10th album, you got a 30-year anniversary that you're doing right now. This is something that I saw that really just shocked the heck out of me. Who's the best singer group from Pasadena? Because I saw there's another group that I grew up loving as well. That's from
Troop. Troop. That's who's from Pasadena. My man Steve Russell, Allen, you know, all them guys. My man John, you know. So I grew up with those guys. I mean, they were the already graduated from high school and all that, and well off to their career with they were probably on their second album by the time I was just entering high school. So all of the talent shows, not all the talent shows, but one of the talent shows I remember entering, they were the judges for the talent show.
Okay.
And they watched me perform and they let me win and all that. And I was like, that was one of my first experiences that let me know you could do this, man. They did it. You could do it. You know what I mean?
Spread my wings, baby. Spread my wings.
Spread my wings. Right.
I love that. And lastly, because I know you got to get out of here, man, I got to ask you, because this is the sports and entertainment capital of the world. I know you're from a musical family, but as far as your teams that you pull for, you said you're a Lakers fan, a Dodgers fan, big Kobe and Shaq fan back in the day as well.
Oh yeah, you know, having the pleasure of getting to know Kobe as well. You know, rest in power to him and his daughter. You know, and just, you know, getting to know Shaq over the years. I was one of the first people. I think I was the first person to play at the Staples Center here in LA when they first opened up on the year 2000. They invited me to perform, and I remember Kobe was sitting front row with his wife, and he was a fan. I mean, he even came backstage and shook my hand, gave me a hug, and, you know, and signed a basketball for me and some sneakers. And, you know, I just never forget stuff like that. And, you know, now, you know, it's like I wear it like a badge of honor, getting to tell people that type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's a fantastic story. The first person to perform at Staples Center, which is yeah, that was cool. That was New Year's Eve night, you know, and yeah. Okay, that's amazing. 40,000 people, man. It's just incredible. I mean, you might as well be an athlete, because I mean, I can't imagine the kind of adrenaline that you get being in a concert venue, an arena, where people are singing your songs and stuff that you crafted from nothing, like you just said. And I mean, it's you know, especially on that night, seeing Kobe like turn up to like "Don't Talk" and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's pretty surreal thinking back now. You know, it's just I have some real good experiences that I can remember about my hometown, LA. You know, and we've been through a lot this last year. So, you know, from my home, Altadena, you know, Pasadena, to all the way down in LA, we've been through a lot, and all the way in Malibu, and you know, all all the fires, whatever, all the fires hit, everybody's healing right now, rebuilding. And, but there's some great memories there as well, and, but we're living through a tough time right now for sure. That's why this music means so much to put out right now. This is what I can do to bring good energy to the world, and just create a cool atmosphere for you to just live your life to.
No, man, you give all of us an escape from the stuff that we're going through, the trials and tribulations, to sit there and enjoy music and feel like feel good music, good emotional
That's
music,
what's up,
right?
man. Appreciate it.
No, 1,000%.
That's what I'm trying to do, man. Make feel good music.
1,000%. Yeah. All right, so August 17th, doors open at 7, show starts at 9 o'clock, grown folks music. Jon B is coming to Las Vegas at Drais. Man, I appreciate you just talking with me, man, and having some.
Ryan, thank you again, man. Always a pleasure, man. And hopefully come out to the show, man. We'll turn up. Have some good times.
That's what I'm talking about.
Create some new memories, all right? Everybody out there, we're going to celebrate the old memories and create some new ones. So don't miss it. I'll see you there.
Jon B, my man, I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you very much, man.
Brian, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.